How's it going, Laser Bruce's up, Bobby Sixkilla, and welcome to an impressions video we're going to be doing on a game called Return to Shironagasu Island. This is a game that actually came out in March that I hadn't heard of until recently because it had only just received full English support at the end of October. So, a week and a half ago or something. It's only got positive reviews as well, and it did have some, it had an English translation earlier, but now it's like fully complete, and it looks really interesting. I don't know if it has multiple endings. I could not figure out if it's just a straight visual novel, you know, just from start to end, reading through, or whether it's got choices to make, or puzzles, or any of that sort of jazz. I guess that's less common, but I want to jump in. We'll do an episode. It looks really interesting. It's a thriller, horror type deal. If you guys want to see more, we will definitely do more, and it's quite possible that we will do more anyway. Let's just jump in already. That's a minute of spiel. That's too much spiel, I think. Wake up. Wake up. If you don't, things will get really bad. We're running out of time. This world is... Please wake up, please. Ikeda. Sen Ikeda. Was I dreaming? When did I fall asleep? What a strange dream. It felt as if something was very urgent. Maybe I'm just tired. I've been working much too hard. Anyway, I should stop thinking about work. But I shouldn't just nod off at John F. Kennedy Airport. This place was listed in the list of top 10 airports not to fall asleep in. It's all her fault. Where is she anyway? Hasn't she landed yet? Oh well. Guess we'll have to go look for her. Oh, so we can interact with stuff. So many people. I usually don't like crowds, but I don't mind right now. Feels like I'm going on a trip. I can't see her anywhere. Up there? What else? Can we see a thing so we can see what we can click on? She should arrive at gate A, so I'm in the right place. Okay. Perhaps I should look somewhere else. Nothing's gonna happen if I only keep searching at the same spot. For instance, I should go check out the electronic signboard, as well as other things. It looks like a flight from Japan has landed. I'm pretty sure that she's on this plane. Okay. Probably. The time displayed on the signboard is correct. She should have been here some time ago, though. I wonder what's keeping her. Perhaps she got lost. I'll ask around. Excuse me, I'm looking for someone. Are you looking for someone? Did your child get lost? I guess you could put it like that. She's a short girl. I'm not sure what she's wearing. I'll need more information than that. Does she have any distinctive features? If she hasn't changed a lot since the last time we met, she has very long hair. It's so long that you can spot her a mile away. A girl with very long hair. I'm sorry, but I don't think I've seen anyone like that. Why don't you ask at the information counter? Alright, thanks. The information counter is pretty far away. Where? Is that the information counter? No? I still don't see her, huh? What? The signboard's all messed up. The display of the departures is jumbled up. Whoever's in charge of that must be freaking out right now. Suddenly the letters start to spell out something. This world is not real. What's that supposed to mean? Maybe the board's been hacked. The airport should get its affairs in order. The display went back to normal. No one seems to have noticed it. Is that because it happened so quickly? Seriously, what just happened? Strange things happen sometimes, I guess. No, not like that. This world is not real. What an abstract message. Could it have been an accident? Or a joke? Or did I just misread it? There's no way it was an advertisement. That wouldn't be a place to run advertisements anyway. What could it have been? Anyway, I have to find her. Jeez, what a waste of time. Where is she? Huh? That long hair. Looks like I finally found her. What's your name? Do you speak English? What country are you from? Are you with your parents? Well, no, Geesh, looks like she's too shy to speak any English. She's like a lost kitten. Guess I better go to the information desk. No. Yep, that's her alright. Looks like she hasn't changed just one iota. Still with that annoyingly long hair. She's so nervous that she doesn't realize that I'm standing right behind the airport staff. I could stay here a bit and watch this play out for fun, or... She's about to lose it. Guess I should step in. Hey, Naneko. Huh? Edeka. Naneko runs away from the airport staff and hides behind my back. Are you this girl's guardian? Yes. I'm actually her guardian. My name is Ikeda. I'm a detective in Brooklyn. The girl's hiding behind me is called Naneko Izumizaki. I was supposed to meet her at this airport. I have some proof on me if you need any verification. No, that's okay. You look like your guardian. But you shouldn't leave such a little girl all by herself. She may look small, but she's already in high school. Kids her age can travel by themselves, right? High school? Well, sure had me fooled. Anyway, I'll leave her in your care. Just make sure she doesn't get lost again, alright? The airport staff left, looking puzzled. Looks like he thought that Naneko was a small child. What kept you, Ikeda? You let poor little me get into trouble. Where the hell were you? I was at the arrival gate this whole time. You're the one who got lost. Besides, you're always boasting that you can speak 20 different languages fluently. What happened? Cat got your tongue? I hate you. You know I'm not good at talking to people directly. No way I can talk to a perfect stranger. Ah, that's right. I completely forgot you were so shy. Looks like I forgot about something else as well. Your useless long hair. High time you have that cut. Doesn't it get in your way? I ruffle Naneko's hair. Hey, cut it out. I said cut it out. You're growing a moustache, so stop giving me grief about my hair. Hey, I trimmed my moustache, so it's not a problem. I have my hair cut short as well. Why don't we cut your hair this short too, Naneko? I'd rather die than have such short hair. By the way, Naneko, did you see what happened to that signboard? That signboard? Did something happen to it? It's not a big deal, but I thought that just for a moment it read, "This world is not real." I guess that someone might have hacked it. I didn't see that happen, but this world is not real. That sounds like some kind of simulation hypothesis. If you didn't see the message, then my eyes were probably playing tricks on me. If that's what it said, then maybe this world is actually a simulation. So I guess that means that your brain is floating in a nutrient solution. Hehehe. What a creepy laugh. Anyway, I'm glad you got here safe and sound. Some people in New York would like to meet you. You should take it slow for now though. My car's in the parking lot. Let's go to my office and... Hang on, my phone's ringing. Mr. Ikeda? This is Ada Higgins. Hello, Ada. How can I help you? Did anything happen? Yes, something terrible has happened. Could I ask you to come to my residence? Something delicate that shouldn't be discussed over the phone. Yes, exactly. Please come to my residence and I'll tell you about it. Please, I don't think I can entrust anyone else with this. What should I do? Please don't worry, I'm heading right your way right now. I'll be there in a bit. What was that call about? Sounded like something really bad has happened. Yes, apparently something has happened to one of my clients. Anyway, I should drop you off at my office first, but perhaps your special ability might be uniquely suited to this case. What? I have a bad feeling about this. I like the music, kind of reminds me of the parade part in the train in Final Fantasy VIII. Anyway, we're here. This is the Higgins mansion. I don't recall agreeing to come here with you. Come on, Naneko. Don't forget that I'm letting you stay at my place. This is the least you can do for me. Is it just? The mansion looks incredible. Yes, what a big house. The ultra-rich live here in the 5 towns. There's a lot of old money from the Civil War era here. I wish they'd give me some. Can we go inside? I need my PD police car. Something definitely happened here. I wouldn't mind living in a place like this. Huh? The police car drove away. Why is there a police car here? Do you think the mansion is dangerous? Who knows? Only one way to find out. Let's go inside. You're making me nervous. Alright, let's go inside. Good afternoon, how may I help you? Hey, long time no see. I heard something happened here. Could you let me in so I can have a look? Oh, Mr. Ikeda. Yes, indeed. Something awful has happened. Please come in and follow me. Oh, that's a creepy painting. I'll notify Lady Higgins of your arrival. Just a moment. Isn't this room a bit warm? What'd you expect dressed like that? Do you have any idea what month it is? It's July. I began to sweat just by looking at you. That's not what I meant. The room itself feels kind of warm. Now that you mention it, the air conditioner appears to be running though. Perhaps they just let some fresh air in? I wonder why. You know, this room kind of smells like chlorine. It's a bit smelly. Maybe they opened a window to vent chlorine. I'm slowly getting a clearer picture of what happened here. Huh? What do you mean? What kind of job is this anyway? I was asked to investigate Roy Higgins, the owner of this mansion. His daughter Ada asked me to do so. Mr. Higgins has recently become very afraid of something. It might have been a threat or blackmail. In any case, she asked me to get to the bottom of it. So what does that have to do with what happened in this room? To be honest, I'm not sure about that yet. Let's examine this room. I'm sure we'll find some clues. This creepy ass painting? What a creepy painting. I can't say that whoever put it up here has good taste. I agree, that painting spoils the whole room. What's this supposed to be anyway? A skeleton holding a baby. with a lizard drooling over the baby's head. A desk lamp and a globe are on the desk. There are some pieces of paper, they appear to be blank. That's no use, is it? Books? A bookshelf. It doesn't appear to have anything to do with what has happened in this room. Window. This room is at the north of the mansion, so the sunlight is not so strong here. Perhaps this window was open a while ago. It's quite humid outside. Hey, that's strange. Did you find something? The feet of the coffee table legs and the marks on the carpet underneath are at different positions. It looks like the table's been moved recently. They might have moved it while cleaning. That could be the case, but... Chandelier? It hangs from the ceiling on a thick cable. Looks like it can carry quite some weight. What else we got? Everything has been neatly put back into its place, except for this chair. Really? I don't see anything unusual about it. I don't think anyone with such unrefined senses as you would have noticed, Naneko. You piece of... That wasn't very nice. Nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. Look closer, there are some stains here. This carpet reeks of chlorine. I'm slowly beginning to understand what has happened here. What's that? I'm not. The chair's probably been moved recently. Yeah, I figured that much. Definitely creeps me out, but I don't think it has anything to do with what happened here. Okay, fair enough. Just some regular landscape and portrait photos that don't appear to have anything to do with the current situation. Alright, what else do I need to click on then? Not that. Not that. I'm getting used to the way the puzzles are structured in this game. Looks like my deductive skills were correct. What do you mean? Don't tell me that a self-professed genius like yourself has overlooked something. Based on the situation, what conclusion can be reached? You piece of... How is the smell of chlorine and the fact that the chair has been moved connected? Alright, I'll spell it out for you. Examining the clues inside this room, I'd say it's... if that's been moved, and the chlorine would be clean up, and the window open to let the smell out, hanging. Has to be suicide by hanging. All of the clues point to it. Someone moved the desk, placed the chair over there, hung a rope from the chandelier, and then killed themselves. People had to clean up the mess after that, so that explains the smell of chlorine. They opened the window to get rid of the smell. Suicide by hanging? What? Why did your client have us come to a place with such bad vibes? This makes no sense at all. Maybe it's precisely why we're here. She expressly asked us to come here because she hoped we would discover something. I wonder what she's looking for. I don't feel so well. Why do we get out of this horrible place? There you are. Hello, Ada. As always, introverted Naneko hides behind my back. My apologies for calling you out of the blue. Not a problem at all. Ada looks pale. I can tell she's quite upset because she doesn't even react to Naneko's weird behaviour. I couldn't help but overhear. Well, that's embarrassing. Did you overhear what we were talking about just now? I'm sorry for being so insensitive. No, you were spot on. My father died by hanging in this room. Considering the situation, it undoubtedly was a suicide. I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you still wish me to continue my investigation? Since your father has passed away, there may not be any point to it now. No, please continue your investigation, Mr. Ikeda. I want to know what could have driven my father to kill himself. I want to know the truth, even if it hurts. Alright, in that case, I'll continue the investigation. I believe that someone was blackmailing my father. If there's any evidence of it, then it has to be inside this room. I don't think my father would hide it away anywhere else. I see, the evidence is hidden in this study. As expected, I'm going to need your abilities, Naneko. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? I take some photos out of an envelope I had in my pocket and spread them out onto the desk. Ada allowed me to take these photos. Photos of the study before. In other words, these photos were taken before her father committed suicide. I want you to memorize all the details. And just, why would I? Fine, I'll take a look. Against her will, Naneko looked at the photos. Mr. Ikeda, something is bothering me as well. What is it? Please tell me anything. No matter how trivial it may seem, any details may be helpful. A few days ago, I could see that my father was terrified when he had dozed off to sleep inside this room. I couldn't make out what he was saying, but he appeared to be delirious. Delirious? I believe he said something like, be careful with her intestines. Intestines? Do you think he was talking to you? No, he sounded different than when he would speak to me. He spoke with an aggressive tone of voice, as if he was looking down on someone. I never heard him speak like that before. Be careful with her intestines. What could that mean? I'm done looking at the photos. That was fast. Alright, Naneko, let's get to work. Compare the photos with the study as it is now, and see if you can find any differences. Differences? Do you expect me to find anything here? Ada said her father might have hidden something in this study. We may be able to find something like a threatening letter or a testament. I don't think I'll be able to find anything like that. What a bother. As she continues to complain, Naneko looks around the study. What is she doing? Just observe. Naneko has a photographic memory. Once she's seen something, she can remember it later perfectly. Photographic memory? Yes, I hope to use her ability to discover what might have changed in this room. Sure, put me under more pressure, will you? Anyway, let me know if something catches your eye, and I'll let you know what I think about it. Look at the books. What about this bookshelf? Bookshelves are great hiding places. I don't think there's anything strange about it. Something's bothering me though. It's probably nothing. What? What about these? Has anything on the desk changed? Let me see. On the photos, America was at the front of the globe, but it's now showing the Pacific Ocean. It's now showing the Pacific Ocean. I wonder if that means anything. I guess it was moved a little bit. Can we move it back? What else changed? One of the papers on the desk has been ripped. The pen has been moved as well. Maybe he tried to write a note. If so, why haven't we found a note yet? Nothing else is moved. What about this painting? I don't think it's been moved. It creeps me out though. Don't say that in front of Ada. She's right, I really don't like it either. How long's this painting been here? It's been here as long as I can remember. I don't really know where it came from. Let's see. What is this painting even about? A skeletal Mary holding a dead child? And what is this snake-like creature on the right? A cookie cutter shark. Huh? What did you say? As I said, it's a cookie cutter shark. A species of squaliform shark in the Delatidae family. Its scientific name is, oh my god, Assistius brasilensis? A gross deep-sea fish that bores into flesh with its incredibly sharp teeth. A cookie cutter shark, huh? Why would anyone paint that? It's a fucking freaky painting. Look closely, a white triangle has been painted between the shark and the skeleton. A triangle, yeah, right there. Freemasons? I doubt there's any connection. Still, a triangle, it looks like a mountain. No, more like an island. Hey, I don't think that there's anything strange about this painting. Should we look somewhere else? Yeah, you're right. Are you sure? What about these photo frames? I don't think they were moved, not even a little bit. There's nothing here. Okay. We're running out of options. What about the desk and carpet? They look like they've been moved. There's nothing unusual beneath the carpet. Nothing here. Anything strange about the window? Not really. The curtain's been moved, but I don't think that matters. Nothing appears to be hidden here. What about the chandelier? Chandelier? Well, it's a bit bent, but not unexpected considering that someone just hanged themselves from it. I guess you're right. Nothing appears to be hidden here. Hey, what's up? I just noticed something on the bookshelf. The 4th volume of Shakespeare's complete works is a little bit skewed. I look at the book Niniko indicated. I compared it with the photos, but I didn't see any difference about it. Are you sure that this book has really been moved? It looks exactly the same to me. You can't tell the difference? It's such a hopeless case. An amateur hour. You little brat. It's a piece of cake for a gifted prodigy like me, though. Too bad an amateur like you could never have spotted this. You goose detective. Life must be hard for you being such a hopeless case. Should I give you some of my loose change? Enough with the grandstanding, just give me that book. Alright. I can't reach it. Let me do it. I take the 4th volume of Shakespeare's complete works. Somehow the book falls onto Niniko's head, as if pulled out of my hand by a mysterious power. What's going on? It's as if there's a higher power at work. Oopsies, my hand must have slipped. You did that on purpose. Definitely on purpose. It's gonna leave a bump. I can feel it swelling already. You idiot. Die already. I'll sue you. Huh? Something fell out of the bookshelf. An envelope and a note. Hey, I think we found what we were looking for. It's Mr. Higgins' testament. I'm afraid I won't be able to escape that abomination. I will undoubtedly have to pay for my sins. What I did on Shironagasu Island is unforgivable. If I had only looked the other way, I might not have been tormented by these feelings of guilt. However, it is already too late for that. In a matter of speaking, because of what I know and allowed, I myself have become the demon of Shironagasu. Ada, please believe me. I did what I had to do. I deeply regret my actions, but I do not regret the outcome. Please forgive me. Roy Higgins, July 23rd. Given the signature and the date, there's no doubt this is no doubt his testament. Shironagasu Island. I've never heard of that island before. Very strange. Shironagasu means blue whale in English. Its scientific name is Ballinoptera musculus, but instead of those words, he used the Japanese name, Shironagasu. That's definitely strange. How about the other envelope? I suppose it's a threatening letter. Dear Mr. Higgins, there have been serious concerns about the matter we discussed. Please arrange flight tickets and a ship from Unalaska. A check of $10,000 for expenses has been enclosed. If for any reason you cannot come yourself, you may appoint a representative instead. In that case, the representative must be a person you fully trust, such as a relative. The schedule is enclosed on a separate sheet of paper. Keep this confidential. Failure to appear may result in severe consequences. Further details will be given upon arrival on Shironagasu Island. Come as soon as possible. Sir Raymond, Master of Shironagasu Island. It's a rather simple letter, typed on a typewriter and has a signature at the bottom. An itemized writing that includes only necessary details. In addition to the letter, there's also an envelope that consists of an air ticket and a $10,000 check. That's strange. It's not a threat, but an invitation. It looks like the letter made him commit suicide. That's certainly a strange letter. The person provided $10,000 for expenses, which makes it even creepier. Serious concerns about the matter we discussed. Perhaps this led him to commit suicide. It might be related to something that happened in the past? Self-protection, money, or... I suddenly remember that Ada is still there and stopped talking. I pretend to cough and hand her the letter. Looks like I need to ask her a few questions. About Shironagasu Island? Have you ever heard about Shironagasu Island? No, I've never heard of it. What a strange name. I would have remembered if I'd heard it before. I see. The letter mentions a place called Unalaska. I believe it's situated in the Aleutian Islands? Perhaps Shironagasu Island is close by. Sir Raymond? Ada, do you know this Sir Raymond? No, I don't. He might have been one of my father's friends. I don't recall my father mentioning his name before, though. I see. A secret acquaintance? The island again? Do you know anything about the Aleutian Islands? For instance, has your father been there in the past? The Aleutian Islands? My father occasionally went fishing in Anchorage in Alaska. It was his hobby. If he went all the way to Anchorage, he must have taken long holidays. Yes, he was usually gone for 2 to 3 weeks. Is it possible that he pretended to go visiting and actually went to that island instead? What's the matter? I'm not sure about this because it happened when I was very young. I remember going with them to a very dreary island a long time ago. Could that have been Shironagasu Island? So you may have been there. That is definitely interesting information. Shironagasu Island. I suddenly think about the globe that was moved. Perhaps it showed the Aleutian Islands instead of the Pacific Ocean. Shironagasu Island has to be somewhere around there. Or maybe that eerie painting also gives a clue about where it is. There has to be something on that island. Something so terrifying that could drive a millionaire to suicide. Huh? What's the matter? There appears to be something inside that book. Is it stuck to it? Has it been glued? What is this? A card with an IC chip on it. Doesn't look like a credit card though. Quarantine Zone Level 2. Quarantine. That doesn't sound very friendly. What kind of card is this? Maybe it's a video rental membership card? Yeah, right. Ada, can I borrow this card? I want to find out more about it. Yes, of course, go ahead. Quarantine Zone Level 2 card has been added to my inventory. I have a request, Mr. Ikeda. Could I ask you to go to that island and discover the truth about my father? I'll give you these $10,000. I beg you, I have to know the truth. It's not an easy task. I really want to help you, however, I would need to pretend that I'm one of your father's relatives. However, being Asian, I don't think they would believe me. I don't think that I would be received with open arms. A Caucasian male would be better at pretending to be a relative of your father. I think I know just the person for the job. Allow me to introduce him to you. No, I would like you to do it instead. Looks like she only trusts you. Why don't you agree to help her? You have nothing else at the moment anyway, right? You talk too much. I'm trying to think of a way to make this work. Perhaps I could pretend to be your wife. Huh? What? So I pretend to be your husband. Yes, exactly. Due to my poor health, I don't often show my face in high society, so I don't think there'll be any doubts if you pretend to be my husband. You could show them a photo of us together. What do you think? Yes, that might actually work. I'm not sure if they'll trust me, but it would be better than asking a complete stranger. I don't think there would be any reason for them to turn me down then. Huh, wait a minute. If you're going to that island, what about me? You'll be staying here, of course. House sitter. House sitter? You told me that your neighborhood is full of weirdos. Just the thought of being surrounded by crazy people when I'm by myself gives me the chills. You make it sound as if I'm a weirdo myself. I take back what I suggested. You should stay here with me. Sorry, I've already made up my mind. Do you mean that? However, I've one condition. Do not make Mr. Higgins' death public until we get back. If that would leak out, they would not trust me. I understand, very well. I promise. Alright. It's time for me to go to Shironagasu Island. No, please don't go. You can't. Sorry, Neneko. We're on our way. The Bering Sea is extremely rough. A bone-chilling wind is roaring around the Black Sea is swirling under a cloudy sky. Even though it is July, it feels like it's freezing. Occasionally the tips of the waves that hit the hull splash onto the deck. The Aleutian Islands only have around 10 days of clear weather a year. Most of the time it's cloudy or storms. It's hard to believe that this is summer weather. How much worse would winter be? I didn't even want to think about it. A week after my visit to the Higgins mansion, I flew from New York to Unalaska with a transfer in Seattle. The ship set sail from Unalaska and is now on its way to Shironagasu Island. It's about the same size as a ferry for hundreds of passengers, a 3,000-ton class luxury passenger ship. The fact that this is a private ship is quite intimidating. I try to use my GPS system. I can't get it to work. I can't seem to find any satellite radio waves. Perhaps there's a GPS jammer or something like that on this ship? I guess I don't want anyone to find out where the island is. I'm very suspicious. I should be on my toes. Things will absolutely get ugly if they find out who I really am. I should also keep in mind that someone might try to harm me. Anyway, I should head back inside. I'll catch a cold if I stay out here. Oh, it's fancy, man. Whew. So much warmer inside than on the deck. I can't believe this is the summer weather here. This weather is seriously messing with my senses. Look how fancy! Huh? Looks like some kelp ended up inside the ship. Probably because of the stormy weather. There must be one or two pieces there, nothing unusual. That's frickin' Neneko. What the? Did that kelp just say something? Maybe I'm just imagining things. Hmm? I must be exhausted. I could have sworn that this kelp was talking. I keep hearing groans coming from the kelp. Kelp, wake up, you bastard. Let's go play the piano. There's even a piano. Too bad I don't know how to play it. Oh. Wow, there's even a bar. There's no bartender, so I guess I'll have to be self-service. Might have a drink later. Damn it, bring a bartender. What kind of a place is this? The weather outside is frightful. So delightful. The lights are turned way down low. It's dark on deck, but the lighting inside makes the ship interior nice and bright. If it wasn't for the shaking, you could mistake this for a hotel. I don't see any other passengers. They're probably in another lounge or on their own private rooms. All these areas look the same. Yes. I might have to throw up if I do, though. The ship is rocking back and forth. Should we get drunk and then vomit? I'll pass for now. Didn't someone say that she could play the piano? I think her name was Nina something. Can't seem to remember. Keep hearing groans from the cat. Play the piano. I wish I could play it, though. Perhaps they're trying to avoid contact with the other passengers. No other passengers. I shouldn't look outside. I might get seasick otherwise. The ceiling lights sure are bright. Is there anything else to click on? Neneko, wake up! That's a big piece of kelp. I don't think I can use it to make good soup stock with, though. Ikeda, I'll kill you! Ouch! Stop kicking me! I was on the verge of death, and all you can do is make fun of me? Stop exaggerating, you're just seasick. Come to think of it, I don't remember asking you to tag along in the first place. Didn't I tell you to stay in New York? And I'm already starting to regret that I followed you. Good grief. Okay, listen up. I'm Taro Higgins, the son-in-law of Roy Higgins. You have to pretend to be my younger sister. Got it? Aren't you overdoing it a bit? Why are you using a fake name? For better or worse, my real name is too well known in New York. Someone might figure out who I am if they hear my real name. So, I have to be careful. You're so full of yourself. Hey, I'm not taking any chances, alright? We have to be careful. Yeah, you told me that several times already. Be a good girl then. Hey, you okay? Hello? You're having it rough, aren't you? Yeah, of course, you idiot. Wipe the drool from your face before you talk. It's grossing me out. Too exhausted to wipe it. She does look worn out. I don't think it's anything to worry about, though. Dribble. Or is there some kelp stuck in there? What? That just sounded very nasty. No, you're just imagining things. I was only asking if you're feeling okay. You're shady as always. And your hair is messy as always. Are we good? Hair is such a mess. Is she trying to set a record? Come to think of it, it does look like kelp. It smells like it too. Were you having a private joke at my expense? What? Of course not. Her hair is actually pretty, but she she hasn't taken care of it. Perhaps she doesn't leave her house much. You alright, kelp? I mean, Neneko? If you ever tease me again, I'll skin you alive. What's with you all of a sudden? I'll eat your liver with some fava beans and some nice Chianti. Yes. Why do you say such terrible things to someone you always looked up to? Why don't you throw up whatever is floating around inside your stomach? I'm sure that'll make you feel a bit better. Can I throw up here? No way! Hang on, let me get a bucket. Just as I'm about to leave, two passengers appear. Neneko immediately switches back to pretending to be kelp. Oh, I don't believe we've met. My name is Akira Edgeworth. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. This is my valet, Giselle Reed. The pleasure is all mine. I'm Taro Higgins, Roy Higgins' son-in-law and Ada Higgins' husband. Akira Edgeworth, huh? Guessing from her name, I'd say that she's probably Scottish. Okay. She's rather young. About the same age as Neneko? Her valet, Giselle, though, I'm not sure where she's from. Perhaps she's biracial? I see you're a relative of Mr. Higgins. There's been chatter about you on the grapevine. A pleasure to meet you. Akira looks at me attentively. She appears to be suspicious of me. I'm sure my cover would have been blown if I hadn't spread some false rumors in advance. What do you know about the island? Why didn't Mr. Higgins come himself? My father-in-law has been under the weather recently, that's why he asked me to go instead. He said that I'm trustworthy enough, or should I say that he didn't entrust this to anyone else? The wealthy have many enemies. You understand that, don't you? Yes, of course. It appears that my father also has a lot of enemies. Despite his terminal illness, he still hangs onto his position and honour. It's quite absurd. Young lady, we should not discuss this matter any further. Yes, you're right. I'm afraid I've said too much already. I do hope that Mr. Higgins will recover soon. Thank you. I'm sure to be sure to mention that to him upon my return. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Whew. Oh, I almost forgot. Allow me to give you a piece of advice. What now? Akira draws closer and whispers into my ear. Don't stick your nose too deep into things you don't know about the island. If you don't know about the island, it could seriously impact your life expectancy. What's that supposed to mean? I mean exactly what I said. Don't go snooping around too much, if you value your life, that is. Take care of yourself, Mr. Taro Higgins. Akira smiles and walks away. Oh boy. I was certain she saw right through me. What a nasty girl. Whoa. You startled me there. I'd completely forgotten about you. She has a bad attitude. Watch your back around her. No need to tell me. I'm always careful. Hey, do you feel any better now? Are you listening? I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh no. Are you alright? Do you need to throw up? The woman appears out of nowhere and touches Neneko's back. Neneko isn't used to being touched. Startled, she jumps up. I'm sorry. You don't like being touched, do you? Neneko suddenly reminds me of a beached whale. She kicks my legs several times. I think she's trying to ask me to step in. Don't worry about her. She's not really a people person. And she was startled when you touched her. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do so. Are you her relative? I didn't introduce myself. My name is Ryle Baxter. I'm Taro Higgins. This is my sister, Neneko Izumuzaki. Mr. Higgins, the multi-millionaire. It's a pleasure to meet you. No, I'm just his son-in-law. Do you happen to have a bag or something similar that I could use? I believe my darling sister is about to throw up. My hair's gone crazy. Well, a plastic bag, do. I also have some motion sickness pills. Maybe you should empty your stomach first. Here, Neneko. Take this plastic bag. Ryle gives Neneko a plastic bag. Then she starts rubbing Neneko's back, totally forgetting what I told her earlier. Neneko doesn't seem to react this time, probably because she's too preoccupied on vomiting her stomach out. You're used to this, aren't you? Are you a doctor or a nurse? How'd you know? You're right. You have a keen eye. I work as an internist at a small hospital in Washington. I'm impressed that you could figure that out. Are you a detective? No. I'm just a regular white-collar worker. She's surprisingly sharp. Anyway, it's nice to finally meet some friendly faces. This might sound rude, but almost everyone else on the ship is quite standoffish. Were you invited to come here? No, my uncle was invited, but he suddenly became ill, so I came instead on his behalf. I was told that if I stayed at Sir Raymond's famous Louis Associé guest house, I would not have to pay for travel and accommodation. My uncle's usually a cheapskate, but he was surprisingly generous this time. Unusually so. Did you not receive $10,000? $10,000? What are you talking about? Oh no, forget about it. So she didn't receive any money. Oh, now I'm becoming curious. Could I ask you a few more questions? Yes, of course. I hope I can answer them. What is Louis Associé, or Louis Associé, that you mentioned? Don't you know? Louis Associé is the name of the guest house built by Sir Raymond. Yes, I heard about it, but it totally slipped my mind. It's rumored to be like a 5-star hotel on an island in the middle of the ocean. Wow, that sounds great. About the origins of Shironagasu Island? Do you know anything about the origins of Shironagasu Island? The origins of Shironagasu Island? I'm pretty sure I heard that the name is Japanese. Japanese, of course, I know it's Japanese. Of course, I forgot that you're Japanese, so you know what Shironagasu means? Well, Shironagasu is a Japanese term for a whale species, but I'm not sure why the island was named after it. Shiro means white, and Nagasu means long and tall. You could say that it's called that because it's large and mostly white when seen from the ocean? What she just said. So it's a whale species. Are you feeling any better, Neneko? Or do you need to vomit again? Sir Raymond? I've never met Sir Raymond before. How about you, Rao? Have you ever met him? No, I haven't. He's quite a wealthy and powerful person, you know. A simple person like me could only ever dream about meeting him. I even feel reluctant to meet him. I'm just a regular person. I see. Well, rich people have their own rich people problems. I don't know what Shironagasu Island is like because I've never been there. Perhaps you should ask the other passengers. Yeah, I guess you're right. What is Sir Raymond like? To be honest, I don't know much about wealthy people. What do you mean? You don't know Sir Raymond? I suddenly hear a man's voice. Sir Raymond comes from a family of aristocrats, but he has made most of his enormous wealth through the development of North Sea oil fields. He is amiable, but also has a mysterious side to him. A man in a white suit reeking of alcohol appears. He's probably had a few too many. Sorry for being late to the party. I'm Jacob Rutland. And you are? Rael Baxter. Taro Higgins. Higgins? Ah, the man who managed to win the heart of Higgins' only daughter. Eventually his enormous fortune will become yours, am I right? I have to admit it, you've done very well for yourself. It's not like that, I wasn't in it for the money. Whatever you say. So this your first time to Shironagasu Island? Indeed. Ah, do you know anything about the origins of the island's name? Rael and I were talking about it. Why it's called that? What a boring thing to talk about. Fierce battles once raged between the United States and Japan on the Aleutian Islands. Apparently, when the Japanese saw the island, they thought it looked like a whale, so they named it Shironagasu Island. Of course, the island has its own name, but that is kept secret. Sir Raymond is a cautious man. Do you really want to know the real name of the island? Firstly, I'm not interested in such boring things. I see. It really was named after whales. Were you not appointed as Higgins' representative? I'm not sure I can't trust you. You don't look and act like an aristocrat. You did manage to gain Higgins' favour, so at least you don't lack the motivation. How did you learn about the island and what do you know about it? Why are you here? Don't tell me you came just because of that boring letter. Blood or flesh? Which are you looking for on the island? Blood? Flesh? What are you talking about? Don't you understand what I mean? Are you really here on behalf of Higgins? Are you trying to trick us? You won't come back from the island alive. My dear fellow. So you're here, Jacob. I've been looking all over for you. A bespectacled, obese man appears. His hemp suit looks tailor-made. I seriously doubt there are any store-bought clothes his size. The man looks at Jacob in a furtive manner. What is it, Thomas? Don't interrupt me now. I'm having an important conversation with this gentleman. But, you still have to tell me about it. About your huge win at the casino in Macau. Please, Jacob. Macau? Oh yes, I almost forgot about that. Alright, come with me. I'll tell you about it over a few drinks. Mr. Higgins, you'll have to excuse me. Let's continue our conversation soon. You'll understand what I was talking about when we get to the island. I won't spoil all the fun. Jacob ends our conversation and leaves with Thomas. Too bad, I almost learned more about the island. Thomas definitely knows more than he's letting on. He tried to interrupt my conversation with Jacob on purpose. What a rowdy person. I don't think I'll be able to get along with him. I run into people like that all the time. Well, it looks like Neneko threw up her entire stomach contents. From the look of it, she ate the large cake platter before sneaking onto the ship. And is that corn? She was probably trying to keep it all inside while Jacob and Thomas were here. Are you okay, Neneko? I'll bring you some water. Blood or flesh? Mr. Higgins was talking about intestines. Does that have anything to do with this? This is really vague. I have no idea what they're keeping hidden on that island. I wonder what it is. I need to uncover the truth about Shironagasu Island. Blech. Well, that's an interesting premise. I think we need to wrap this one up here. But make sure you guys let me know if you want to see more. I'm definitely keen to do more. It sounds like it's going to turn into a killing game, right? On the island. That's what it sounds like. Ooh, I'm excited. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.